Alright guys, can everybody hear me? Anybody here? Let's get started. So let's see what happened with the Bitcoin during the night. So let's start over. Let's look at the bigger time frame first. Now where are we on the weekly time frame? Still again the stochastics has to come down, right? But we had a lot of wicks down here, meaning a lot of support right here, right? So huge support here. I would say even here, 60k. We couldn't break below. We couldn't close below even right now. Well, we still have 2 days left. So now it's again. It's technically what we're doing here is let's pull a fib here. Right, well, this should be lower. Should be lower. Should be right here, this wick here. So we did hit the 382, right? And the next one is 56k. And can we get there? Now let's look at the daily. Daily is going well, right? We are turning up and then crossing the 20 mark for the stochastic. Huge close candle the previous day. You see? That's very bearish. So we did hit this resistance, now support. Now back up, bounce. We covered more than halfway. Now that's what I was talking about. This was the falling wedge, right? Falling wedges do break up most of the time, at least 2/3 of the way. So we should break back up here, and now we're hitting resistance. You see this resistance right here. But we're strong, so we could break through. Can we break through? 65k is really strong, especially, halving is really close. We'll see how that really plays out. So there's another strong resistance right here. Now 4 hour candle, we seem like we're heading back to the 200, right? It's very strong. And there's this flag right here. It's really overbought though. So what I saw right here is this little flag broke out, broke back in, and then this move would take us to back to the 200. Yeah, that's what I was saying. If we break above and close, then we have another run. If we don't, we're gonna come back down and retest this area, this trend line here. Can we spot any bullish divergence? Yeah, I guess we could. Yeah, see, from here to here, this low, and this high right here. So that's bullish divergence. That's the bottom for at least a few weeks. 2 hour, 2 hours heading back to the 200. 1 hour, what's happening to the 1 hour? 1 hour has 11 minutes left to close. If you close above, that's a great sign right there. But we are doing some sort of rising wedge, which could bring us back down. But there's no, right here at least, I don't see any bearish divergence, meaning, well, it could happen in the smaller time frames, but let's delete this first. It's moving. Bitcoin's really strong at the moment. Let's do the 30. Now RSI is still pointing up, so that's a good sign, meaning we have some way to go. I don't like the stochastics though. I guess you can also put it this way. This is kind of inverted head and shoulders, right? And that broke out and hit our target. So you could say we've done what the chart said. But can we sustain another move? 50-minute looks like it's going to continue, but there is some sort of bearish divergence here. You see, that goes that's higher high, and that's a lower low, lower high. That's a lower high. But the Stokes are saying we could still go because that's a sharp turn, and we're up. We bounced off the 21 SMA, and that's a great sign. And we closed above this resistance here. It's also good. And also we can kind of look at this pattern like this. This sort of looks like a ascending triangle, with this being this yellow line here being the top of the triangle, and then we had like a, so we broke out of it. We tested a couple times. Well, we failed to retest this, and we tested once. Now we have to close in 9 minutes. That move would be, let's see where that takes us. That should take us at the top of this with 68k. Not bad at all. And what happens if we do break 68k? We'll see. Let's look at the 5 and the 1, and then we'll zoom back out to the bigger picture. If we do break above, 5 minutes still has gas. 1 minute needs to come down, but the 5 and the 15 could push this further. If we don't make this, you see a double top. Come right back down to the bottom of this pattern. But these are still very close. You see they're all the 21, the 50, the 80, the 100, the 200, they're all like relatively close. And then, well, it was really close here. Boom, you see a move up here. These are, I like how they're lined up. Now, what happens if we do break this and go to 68k? Well, for 1, we are above the 200 on the 1 hour. The 2 hour as well. 4 hour as well. What about daily? Daily we're above the 21 then. Yeah, that's everything's pointing up. And then the next resistance would be, I would say here, or even here, 71k. So let's look at some volume profile right here. Right, so if we do break 68, yeah, that's quite a lot of nodes here. But if we use the 15, or the 1 hour rather, and we just drag this over, after we do break 68, yeah, there is this huge node here, because that's the resistance. That resistance could be a a region instead of just 68k, right? Because you see a lot of trades here. But yeah, there's a lot of gap between now and 68k. You can just jump right back up. There's a huge support here, so we need to break a lot of support back down if we do break below 65k. So the key for the day is, what is that? What is the key for the day? Well, we have to keep above the 65k. And if we do break below, we have to make sure that we do bounce off of this trend line right here, the yellow trend line. Right, the 5 was pointing down now, okay. Yeah, because the 1 minute has to reset, right? So we're back down below 65k. So the 1 hour is important, because then this is the 200 SMA, right? That I would say is the key for the day, and of course the daily as well. The daily it has to do some damage because at the end of the day, we are close to the target of the falling wedge, right? So if you stay above 65k, this resistance here, or you can even say above these wicks here, that's a good start. 64.5, if you can stay above these, and then we could have a move up here. So we'll see how it goes. Let's see what happens to the rest of the market. Whiff! Ooh, back at almost close to $3. What about the other ones? Pepe, well, it's okay. I would say total market cap back up a little. Strong overall, I would say, but anything goes. Right now it's it's a Friday, so yeah, there's gonna be fewer trades because it's closer to the weekend, right? Yeah, well, that's basically what Bitcoin is doing right now. I kind of see a lot of like a complex head and shoulders right here. You see, sort of, right? Very weird. Well, actually, you could kind of say this is the head and shoulder that broke down, right? Kind of, and we did hit the target in a way. No, you're right. We were close to the target, and I guess you could say we hit some support here, and so therefore it bounced. All right, guys, that's it for this episode of the Bitcoin technical analysis. We'll see you around tomorrow, or perhaps Monday. Depends on how it goes.